Now, brace up because this is about to get messy, like reality TV producers taking notes. A messy young doctor just revealed a scandal so outrageous and shameless that even the Love and Hip Hop cameras were unable to document this degree of treachery. When I say that receipts were dropped, I mean that the jock did more than just spill the tea. He flung the entire pot, kettle, and burner because, guess what? Kendra, the ride or die contestant, was supposedly riding with Scrappy the entire app. I think the entire states the entire time. Yes, that's the dude same Scrappy, who repeatedly claimed that he was only friends with Kendra. Fumbles relationships like if they were his day job. However, those stolen conversations and hotel receipts reveal a different scenario. So now that the internet is in flames, the jock is seeking retribution. And Kendra, well, let's get into it. Let's suppose she could require a lawyer and a public relations team. As for Scrappy Chili, he has gone completely mute, which just makes it seem 10 times worse. How serious is this betrayal? What receipts does the jock have? Why is he picking this moment to drop this bombshell? It isn't just some trivial reality TV, but just when we thought young jock had finally gotten into his good guy phase, relaxing, in his barbershop and providing life advice like Steve Harvey, he delivers a bomb so messy that even the producers of Love and Hip Hop were left stunned. Drama? No. This is treachery on a whole new level, akin to Shakespearean backstabbing with a Gucci belt. Let's go back a little. Remember when Kendra Robinson, Jock's wife, was out there telling the public that she was two for Jock's past? Discussing how she's a lawyer and not despite the folly, Jock is constantly trying to convince people that he has changed and is. But it turns out that while Kendra was busy demeaning Jock's crazy background, her sister may have had some secrets of her own. It makes sense now that you know that they were wearing Lil Scrappy's chain. Scrappy is the same Scrappy who was grieving over Bambi and saying that he wanted his family back. He was also apparently playing family with Kendra behind Jock's back. Obtains juicy sources, by which I mean some snoopy people with screenshots who claim that Jock discovered the truth in the most inconvenient way possible, not through hearsay. Not even through sloppy group chats, but rather because of actual receipts. Hands-on hotel reservations, text conversations, and even some money transfers that imply Scrappy and Kendra were far closer than they ought to have been. As you are well aware, in the realm of celebrity scandals, money transfers are akin to abandoning your fingerprints at the scene of the crime. But let's speak about these texts because they were disrespectful on a whole other level. It seems that Scrappy and Kendra were communicating in codes, and not just any codes, but filthy ones. I don't regret anything. You always knew where my heart was. Excuse me, Scrappy, sir? You spent the entire previous season wailing over how much you wanted Bambi back, and now we're talking about it. You got me twisted up with codes. This man is a professional bumbler when it comes to hearts and regret. To make matters worse, another message purportedly stated, "I hate sneaking around like this. We deserve to be." At this point, Kendra might as well pack her lawyer's badge and go directly to divorce court. Guess there's no twisting this. But the strange part is that the athlete wasn't even searching for this. He wasn't even out here acting as a detective. According to the story, someone handed him these receipts anonymously. He was just going about daily business as usual, little barbershop, and suddenly a random number sends you screenshots of your wife and your friend acting like they're in a whole situation. The real question now is, who sent the receipts? If there's one thing we know about romantic drama in Hollywood, it's that leaks don't. Let's take a reasonable look at this. If Kendra and Scrappy were truly out here being sly, then someone close to them was involved. This happened by accident, and someone wanted Jock to know that someone wanted this to be revealed. We could sit here all day trying to figure out who it was, but you already know that the streets are whispering that Bambi might be involved. Someone knew and didn't approve, so someone became upset enough to expose them. I'm not saying that She released it, but I'm also not claiming that she did. 'Cause when you think about it, who else would have access to Scrappy's messages? Yes, it's Bambi, Scrappy's ex-wife, the same Bambi who was played left and right before eventually leaving. Bambi had been telling us that Scrappy was a habitual line stepper. But this is next level F. And this is where things get really nasty, because if this is true, then Scrappy wasn't. She was petty enough to make sure this mess returned to Jockey in the most embarrassing way possible. He was out here playing secret lover in Jock's marriage as well as wrecking his own, but, Jock is different. He's not one of these quiet, let's handle things in private types. No, Jock is petty. You all recall how he made Kendra look on national television? If you thought that was awful the last time, go directly to the internet. Now I need you all to understand how wild when a celebrity discovers their spouse cheating. They often file a lawsuit, post a few ambiguous I deserve better posts on Instagram, and quietly go on. However, Jock chose violence because within hours of receiving those receipts, Jock jumped on his podcast. He began leaking information on his Instagram Live as if he was getting paid per view. And listen, he wasn't even attempting to be elegant about it. I wish them the best, but let's keep it private. This dude was smiling, making jokes, and just plain dragging. When Jock commented, I was wondering why my wife was always so invested in Scrappy's love life. Like, damn girl, are we a PR team or something? He went a step further and revealed that she was only keeping tabs on her own circumstances. He did more than simply criticize Kendra and Scrappy. He essentially warned the industry as a whole to keep him off the group chat if they had secrets. He remarked, "You guys best quit toying with me. I have enough receipts to make love and hip-hop cancel itself. Keep running your Jock," said he had time today, and that's where this mess starts. If you thought that Jock exposing them was crazy, wait until you hear what Scrappy did next. He's now holding the entire hip-hop community hostage. Hey, I have to start dropping them? Initially, people believed it was just another love story, but as young Jock broke the bombshell, social media was ablaze. Every gossip blog, Instagram comment section, and group chat was. The way the Jock was moving he wasn't doing this for clout. He was out for blood. Scrappy's damage control, and hip-hop staged some produced drama for ratings. But let's talk about Lil Scrappy, because this man was scrambling to see most when caught in a scandal like this. People usually do one of three things. They either remain silent and let the drama fade in play, the victim and pretend as though they're being lied to, or they come clean, apologize, and hope that people move on. However, Scrappy did the worst possible thing. Instead of clearing his name, he continued to lie, saying things like, "We didn't already see the receipts." Late at night, Scrappy Hops appeared on Instagram Live, looking anxious and pacing back and forth while massaging his head as if he had just learned that his car had reported, and his first statement is, "Man, you believe anything. Bro, like real talk, you just run with whatever the internet tells you. That's crazy. This is the quintessential you believe anything defense, sir. Be serious. This isn't just the internet talking. Cock. Pull out the this isn't just a random Twitter rumor though, because Scrappy continued to say things like, "Joke, my brother. Man, we've been through too much for him to be out here spreading lies. And I would never do something like that to him," referring to receipts, screenshots, cash transfers, and hotel reservations. To be clear, Scrappy could have simply accepted responsibility and stated, "Yo, I messed up. I was in a bad place," or something, but instead he tried to gaslight the entire situation. Married woman, bro, you guys need to quit toying with people's names. The fact is that this isn't the first time he's been sloppy in relationships. Remember when Bambi called him out for cheating all the time? This is the same man was bouncing between Erica Dixon, Shay, and other people, so nobody believes you. Scrappy. The worst part was that while Scrappy was out here disputing everything, someone else was about to spill even more tea. And guess whose revenge it was? Yes, Bambi thought she had time today. And ever since she went, Bambi had been silent. Johnson and Bambi were acting in a relay race. She had previously spoken out against him and distanced herself from him. But this was personal sense. If Scrappy was having an affair with Kendra and still pleading with Bambi to return to him, then he was playing both of them. What did Bambi do then? She went on Instagram stories and shared this shady little message that some men truly believe you are untouchable, saying that no matter how many times you cheat and lie, karma won't catch up with you. Trust me though, it never does. Saying, "This is the messiest thing I've ever seen in my life," as if I had seen it before. Bambi was having a great time watching Scrappy's life fall apart when she remarked, "The real dagger men love to play. Dumb when they get caught, but trust me, there isn't anybody lying on you. There isn't anybody making excuses. Nothing's up. If you did it, admit it, stand on it," and boom, she just confirmed everything. Now that his own ex-wife is out here, co-signing the draw. In addition to the jock exposing him, Mr. Graff is now drowning. If it couldn't get any worse, Kendra finally speaks at this point. Kendra Robinson had, and Kendra eventually released a statement. Did she deny it, explain it, or apologize? Oh, she dropped the most. "I will not allow outside noise to define my truth, and I am not participating in rumors, gossip, or misinformation. Thank you, girl. Bye." As everyone knows, when someone declares, "I am not participating in rumors," it means the rumors are real and the internet gave her the opportunity to spread them. The darkroom, Twitter, TikTok, and others were dragging her sister. They said, "Just say you did it and go. You fumbled your whole marriage for a scrappy jock." The worst thing was that Kendra was out here, attempting to contain the damage. You know who is watching this whole disaster play out? And the last love is the young jock, because after witnessing Scrappy's deception, Bambi slung shade and Kendra made her feeble remark, and the jock shared a video of himself smiling on Instagram without a message. Jock stated that he was enjoying his tea while watching. Scrappy was apprehended. Kendra was being pulled. Bambi was laughing her way to the bank, and Jock was simply waiting to see how much worse things would get because of trust. The internet is going crazy as Scrappy drowns, Kendra dodges gunfire, and Bambi drinks tea. But guess what? The mess isn't finished yet, because just when we thought this scandal had peaked, young Jock chose to jump. Nuclear. And this was the last straw. Up until this point, the jock had been playing it cool, leaving hints and laughing on Instagram, allowing Scrappy to dig his own grave. However, Scrappy made a huge mistake in his Instagram live rant, saying, "Man, you all love me. I don't have to justify myself to anyone, and if Jockey was angry before now, he was just talking out his neck. Drama. You love tearing people down, and you act like you know what's happening, but you don't know the half of it. It's strange how men play victim when they are exposed." But he was furious because Jock isn't just some random guy talking trash. He's a man who knows. That night, CJOK took the stage on his radio program, and let's just say he let everything fly. To be clear, I haven't said anything untrue. If you want to act foolish, let's discuss it. We can see the previous times you've been out here moving recklessly, the true reason your marriage failed, and how you were sobbing in my direct messages. Oh my gosh, when Bambi left you, Jock had receipts on top of receipts, and Scrappy had no way out of the one. Then Jock used the ultimate power play, saying, "If I was lying, why did you call me right after I said it? Why did you text me about the need to talk if he did?" The internet went crazy when Scrappy couldn't say anything, couldn't deny anything, and couldn't clap back. The hashtags #Scrappy exposed, #JST at Ed what he said, and #Bambi was right started trending memes. Innocent, why are you panicking? Cut in 4K at this moment. Clips of Scrappy's previous love and hip-hop fights were being posted online, and people were saying things like, "Bro, you had all this enthusiasm for other fellas, but now you're quiet." Even celebs started reacting. Swana tweeted, "Ain't Noah Scrappy got caught like this LM Charleston White." You all know he had to say something. He went live discussing Scrappy Boy, saying, "You look terrible. You've messed up in too many places. Go sit down somewhere, son." Then, without warning, Bambi doubled down. By this time, she had convinced everyone that Scrappy was lying. But when Jockey revealed those texts, she had to say before going live once more. This time she was feeling about herself, with her hair and nails done, and she appeared as carefree as ever. She simply sat there drinking a drink while browsing through her phone and allowing the comments to flow. Then, after she continued, "Ladies, this is why you have to let a man embarrass himself, because, trust me, he will." She didn't name anyone because everyone knew who she was referring to. And now Scrappy wasn't simply after all this mayhem. We had to figure out who truly won. Scrappy suffered horribly after being exposed for having an affair with Kendra, was ridiculed by his ex-wife, and his best friend lost all credibility when he attempted to gaslighting the internet. Kendra maybe lost her reputation as a moral lawyer after being dragged for cheating with Scrappy of all people. Forced to sit there while the jock had the last laugh, and Bambi, without even trying, got the last word. Young Jock, the greatest winner, didn't just expose Scrappy. He ruined him. He sat back and let the receipts speak for him, making it appear as though he was the only one speaking the truth. And you all want to know why. Jock never even had to apologize because, let's face it, this scandal isn't going away anytime soon. Scrappy's entire brand was centered around being a real person, a family man, and someone who learned from his faults. However, now, whenever he posts, people will leave comments like Kendra does, asking the jock to be honest every time he goes live. Similarly, if Bambi writes, people will say, "Girl, you dodged a bullet." And Kendra should be quiet for a long time, since when the internet turns against you, there's no turning back. But let's give credit where credit is due. Jock handled this brilliantly. He waited for the appropriate opportunity, uttered only the facts, and then simply sat back and let Scrappy ruin himself. Ultimately, the truth always comes out. As of right now, the only question is who will be the next to be exposed, because if this drama has taught us anything, it is that these reality stars remain dirty. And the internet will always be watching the conclusion. This drama was insane. But tell me, do you think Scrappy can he ever get over this? Or is his reputation permanently damaged? What about Kendra? Should Jock accept her back, or is it too late? Please share your opinions in the comments section, as I know you all have something to express. And remember, if you desire to follow every recent celebrity scandal, specialty, and shocking scandals, click like, subscribe, and turn on those alerts that you would prefer not to miss what's going to happen next.